to Manifest High Net Worth TV. I am your host, Chihak. And as you know, I help ambitious women create wealth using a metaphysical roadmap. I help them call in anywhere from $5 million to $1 billion. Yay! And today, I'm going to be talking with conscious billionaire Amena Apshori. And Amena is a fantastic woman. She, first of all, is a student of pharmacy, and she's on her way to graduating. And I'm just going to pull up a little bit about her and read it to you. So Amena Apshori is an aspiring pharmacist whose passion is to spread a conscious understanding of different abstracts to connect people to their highest vibrational frequency so they can be a match for their wishes. I mean, I want to welcome you to the Conscious Billionaire to Be show. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Sure.
Hello.
Okay, so I am very curious about this. I want to know why you decided that you wanted to be a billionaire. What drew you to wanting to have so much money that you can pretty much buy whatever you want? Tell us, what is the draw for you in this drive that you have?
Thank you so much for your question. I think that a billionaire is someone who is financially very secure, who's got that financial independence, that freedom that every one of us deeply craves inside, who's got that financial security and that acceptance level in terms of wealth, in terms of finances, and they can have like whatever they want, they can purchase whatever they want, you can go on trips, you can buy this and that, and you can actually be very happy and satisfied with your life as a whole. And also, in addition to that, I'd like to define billionaire, and by the word of it is that it's a lot more than just a financial tag, because it's like it's getting to that level of satisfaction and becoming really internally and wholly abundant in terms of your money, health, your relationships, your career, your studies, every single aspect of life. You can be a billionaire and have abundance in every single aspect of your life. And so I think that the core of human instinct, it's mainly freedom, security, and acceptance. So deep down, we all desire all of these things, right? So say becoming a billionaire, being successful in life, and achieving and accomplishing goals, setting goals and getting them, and getting whatever you want, your wishes and desires totally manifested, and being a magnet for what you want. Yes. That's exactly what we all want, right?
Yeah.
And we want that independence and overall happiness. And it goes hand in hand to where we are individually right now, how conscious we are about our lives, and how much faith we carry in our hearts. So
Absolutely.
That's pretty much what I think.
Yeah, so but what is it that's driving you? Why do you want to be this person? What is it that caused you to decide, hey, I want to be so fabulously successful, and not only be fabulously successful, I want to be fabulously successful in every area of my life. I want to have the financial abundance to be and to do and to have whatever it is I want. And then in addition to that, I want the love relationships. I want happiness in my life. I just want a rounded life. What is the reason for that? Why do you want all of that?
I think that we realize our potential and how far we can actually go when we're facing the most difficult time in our lives. For example, like say, rock bottom is where you need to go, because that's where pearls are formed. And just like everyone else, like I've had some ups and downs in my life, everyone has. And I think it's those times of adversities where it shapes us into what form we need to be at that point.
Yeah.
And we come to the realization that life is only going to change when we get out of our comfort zone. So say the situations that people have been in, or I have been in, this is what basically inspired me that, okay, I want to change the situation. I want to do something better for myself. I want to work hard and achieve my goals and, get that place where I want to be. And this goes for my studies, for my health, and you have to take action basically. So this is exactly what, gives me that desire to move forward. And I try to live every single day of my life better than yesterday. Yeah. So today has to be better than yesterday. Tomorrow has to be better than today. And this is like just the goal of my life right now.
That is a great philosophy, to live each day better than the previous one. That is, it really
Exactly.
helps you to push yourself and to really up level to move forward. I wanted to know, you said something about incidents. There's a specific, do you want to share a specific incident that really caused you to realize, or maybe one of the many times that you were down that helped you to know, you know what, I have to rise? Do you want to share a personal story, or if you like, I mean, you don't have to.
Well, I faced a lot of tough situations, and I'm sure everyone has, so it's nothing different than anyone else's. But say my father's death last year, it was a turning point for me, and
I'm so sorry.
So you can imagine that I went with, yeah. So as you can imagine, like I've been through a lot, so has my family, and so on. But the thing is, that very day, I was breathing, and I was, pausing and taking moments and calming down. I observe the situation, and then I think of like, okay, what do I need to do right now? How do I take care of my mom? How do I take care of my siblings? And how do I move forward from the situation? Like, yes, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt. Or you could say, for example, another situation, say someone has been cheated on. So what does she do at that moment? She doesn't cry and just ruin her life just like that. You don't do that. I'm sure if my father was alive, he would want me to be happy and successful. And that's the kind of life I'm trying to live. And for my younger siblings and my mom, that's what I'm just trying to be: happy, successful, and healthy. So I think, say my metaphysical strategy for calling in this desire is, first of all, I breathe and just, calm down. And then I breathe through the process. I tell myself it's going to be okay. Yeah. A principle that I personally choose to follow is no quitting. Like, you got to go on and on. Everyone faces situations, and, when you're completely in the dark, you don't know what to do. That's the moment where you need to be by yourself. You need to be your own source of support. You got to make that intention to rise above and high, and have that willpower, have that decision that, I'm going to be there for myself no matter what happens, and I'll take care of myself. I'm going to support myself, whether it's financially, health-wise speaking, or whichever way I need it. So I think that, like there's a saying, like, if you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine.
I love
and
it.
Gradually, so, and another perspective of looking at this is, instead of thinking about the limitations or the possibilities that could go wrong, start thinking about the positive things, the optimism behind what happens, and start thinking like what could go right. Imagine if we imagine something, we can actually make it real. So I really like this quote. It's very small: dream big. So if you dream big and if you elevate your thoughts, because that's exactly what you'll be getting.
Yeah.
And I think that energy has a lot to do in our lives, and energy is everything, and that's all there is to it. So so when you match the frequency of the reality that you want, when say your energy is here and what you want is here, you got to match that frequency, and that's when you're going to get what you want. So this it's not philosophy, it's more like physics, it's more scientific than we think it is. So our thoughts, our words, our actions, our response to things, that ultimately shapes up our reality. And so I decide to choose acceptance and surrender and have faith at its deepest level. Like, the worst thing could happen to you, but that's not the thing. Life is, there's a saying, life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it, how we respond to it in a proactive way.
Statements. I just have to, you have these, I just feel like I should be writing them down or something. You've quoted like 3 back to back of different things, no quitting. I think you had that one, dream big. And then now life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. So those are 3 different life philosophies that you're using, metaphysical strategies that you're using to help you move forward. I just wanted to say again, I'm so sorry for the loss of your father. That's always a big thing in the family, especially if he was the sole breadwinner. But it seems to me that you're stepping up, and that's wonderful. You're really stepping up to assist yourself, your mom, your siblings, and really help your family get out of this, not feel too much of the stress of not having him in your lives. You miss him and all of that, and you're sad.
Yeah, we miss him.
but it seems to me like in order to, you're trying to fill that gap, especially financially, and also using all these other metaphysical strategies to keep yourself calm and in alignment as much as possible, so you can be a support for your family.
Right. Alignment is key.
Yes.
Right.
Wow. Congratulations on stepping up and doing that. That's absolutely fantastic. Is there another, not another, because you've really shared with us some pretty cool metaphysical strategies. I wanted to find out how you're using these strategies in your work and school, because I know you're a pharmacy student. How are you incorporating it? How are they helping you in your school life, in your work life? And also, in handling the situations that you face in your life.
Okay. Something that I truly like to follow is to be present. Like, you could be at a class and your mind could be just wandering back and forth. So what I try to do is, if I'm at class, I try to put my all in school, in class, right? Or say if I'm outside, I try to put my all in outside. So wherever I am, I try to be there 100%. So that is one of the strategies. Another one is, try not to blame others. Not to blame others, not to accuse others, and be responsible for your actions, or for the actions that you don't take, the actions that you do take, and the actions that you don't take. So I don't blame others, and I think that really helps me a lot. It keeps me stress-free.
Yeah.
Like, if you blame others, if you doubt others, then you'll be full of stress. So I prefer not to blame others. I prefer not to doubt others, and not overthink. Don't overthink too much. That's what I tend to follow. And I also stick by the principle of intention. Like, so if I said something like, today I'm going to be doing this,
yeah.
I try my best to get things done.
Okay.
But I don't, pressurize myself, or I don't, I don't go against my health, or something that might, hamper me in the long run. So I choose to, I basically choose to, follow my intuition in this as well. So intention and intuition go hand in hand, because you also got to be listening to yourself. Like, for example, if yesterday I wanted to dance in the rain and I just went out there. So I didn't.
I loved dancing in the rain when I was a little girl. It's so interesting that you see that. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I prefer following the schedule and having intentions, having goals set up and following them accordingly. Also, I prefer to be, there's a balance in between, intuition and what you feel and just what you got to do.
Right.
All over, like, there has to be a work life, personal life, professional life, and all the many different roles that we play. I'm someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's student, someone's this, someone's that. You have to integrate and, assemble all those, and then accumulate all that, and then you gotta be you gotta carry yourself in the best possible way you can.
Yeah. Wow, so many nuggets there, and I wish we had more time so I could dive more into that whole intention and intuition part that you mentioned, because those are pretty big. Because I can imagine, because I use intuition to some extent in my life as well. But it seems like if we could talk more on using intention and combining intention and intuition, we could actually just fly. Things would
that's a really deadly combination.
Yeah. So, but I wanted to move on and talk with you about, I know that, for most of us who want this billionaire lifestyle, we think about charities, causes that really touch our hearts deeply, that we want to support. Tell us, what is a cause? One, I know you're going to support tons of causes as a billionaire, but what is the one top of mind cause that you can talk to us about that you will support?
Well, I personally would choose to support the elderly, the orphans, and those people who are not really accepted by the society, because I think it's everyone's birthright to be fully acknowledged and accepted for who they are. And everyone should be a part of society. So I think I will, if I do become a billionaire, I'd like to support those organizations.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. When you do become a billionaire, right? I'm not gonna say if.
Hopefully, yes.
Going. So you talked about supporting the elderly and supporting the orphans, which, those are just amazing causes. Because, I was just talking with my husband the other day. We were watching a movie from, I don't know, I think it was Spain or something, a Spain TV show. And they had in that show elderly people kissing, having sex, and I said to my husband, wow, this is amazing. I love this because you don't see that much on American TV. You don't see the elderly people having sex in a show, or I said, it's amazing that they actually have these, because they're people too, and
exactly.
In the US, every time you see an elderly person on TV, it's usually for an advertisement about some sort of medication, so people just tend to think, you get the impression that the older you become, the sicker you become, or some weird stuff like that, like things start falling apart. And that really is a great cause, because I see that that would be one of the things that could shift the mindset of the populace if we started having shows where elderly people who were included doing normal things. And anyway, I'm going off a tangent, but yeah, those are great causes. And the orphans, my goodness, well, that's just another ball game. So thank you for that. Moving on, let's talk about, I want you to paint us a vision. I love this part. Paint us a vision for what your luxury life will look like as a billionaire. My goodness, what would you be doing? Where would you be? Who will be attending you? Your chefs? Please paint that picture for us.
It's a dream, and hopefully it'll come true.
Yes.
And when it does come true, it'll look like, say, I have a lot of people who listen to me, who follow my orders, and just try to make me happy. Yeah. And in return, I also try to do for them and help them out with their situations as much as I can, because I believe a lot in gratitude, and like, you give back to other people, give back to the society, and give back to other people. So the lifestyle would probably look like, it depends from person to person. If I was a materialistic person, I would choose to buy as many things as I would like to.
Well, what would you
and also
like what? What would you choose? For example, what would you choose? What type of car?
Being a girl, I guess.
Would you have a private jet to fly from place to place? Vacations? Where would you go?
Hopefully, yes. I actually like going on vacation. So whenever I do save up money, I go out for vacation. So I'm a travel person.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy trips and going to different places and adventure and have a lot of adventure in my life. So I'd probably do that a lot and try new foods.
Wonderful.
Food is everything. Exactly.
You definitely are going to have a chef. That's for sure. You're going to have a chef because if you love food. That means maybe not just one chef. You're probably going to have multiple chefs. Maybe a French chef, French cuisine. You're going to have an Asian chef for Asian cuisine, American chef for American food, an African chef for African food. Maybe. Because after all, you can have all of that, right? And if you have homes in different parts of the world, since you love traveling, you're going to have your chefs in those areas taking care of your food. Or maybe you're going to have one chef and several sous chefs to help. However, but that is so cool. That is awesome, being able to travel. So what is one of your top destinations that you're definitely going to?
If I go alone, I would like to do something adventurous, probably go climb the Mount Everest or something. Like I went to the ABC Annapurna. I went there, but so my interests are in adventure, something like probably I want to do some bungee jumping or things like that.
Yeah.
And if I go with my future husband or so, then I'd like to go to Paris and visit the world and just go to different places. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's great. I love Paris. And I haven't climbed a mountain yet, but that sounds like a pretty cool adventure. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about your fabulous conscious billionaire to be lifestyle, and for sharing with us those fabulous metaphysical strategies that you're using in your life and in your work, and in putting yourself, raising your vibration so that you can call in that success, the billionaire success, and lifestyle that you desire. So appreciate you. Any last words for people who also wanting to be billionaires, any advice for them?
I think the best advice is to probably be connected to yourself, be connected to your intuition, and know what you really, really want, and want it so deeply that the universe has to just bring it to you and just give it to you right here on a plate, or you can, just be familiar with your real, raw, unfabricated version of yourself. Accept yourself in your most darkest moments so that you can use those moments to transform yourself and what you need to do, and to attract that abundant lifestyle that you really, really deeply want inside of you. Right. So accept your worst parts so that you can change them and turn them into the best parts, into your best version. And then finally, you can attract and manifest what you want to.
Wow. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's really been fun. All right. We're going to end this. Have a fantastic week. I just want to tell everyone watching, thanks so much for watching. It was great having Amena here. And I want to remind you guys that last week, we did another Conscious Ambitious interview, and we with a conscious billionaire to be Ehi Ademabo, so you can go ahead and watch that. Please give us some likes, thumbs up, leave a comment, and remember to subscribe. Thank you.